Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is for you while you're watching this on this planet. I'm just making sure we're super duper live here. It looks like we are. Let me switch over. Hi, hello everybody. Before we get into it, first I want to acknowledge you for being open to learning about toxins, what they are, what toxic load is, and how you can naturally reduce your toxic load by ditching and switching to plants. Just real quickly before we get started, I got a little Island Mint diffusing in my diffuser. It's a summertime blend. It's still really summertime over here, so kind of feel like I'm on a tropical island. And then we're going to spend a couple of minutes on ourselves because that's super important to me, because I get told all the time you're super duper busy. So now is the time to take 2 minutes for yourself, and let's do it. So I've grabbed a line, Doterra's a line centering blend, because I want to be centered while I'm teaching this class, because I could probably get a little off topic and I don't want to do that. I want to be mindful on everybody's time. So I'm going to center myself, and I just grab your favorite essential oil, whatever you have on hand. If you had a sample for me, grab that. One little drop. Just tap it with your finger on the bottle, and you're going to take 2 to 3 deep inhales. Okay. Y'all know the drill, right? We're going to breathe in the positivity and exhale the bullshit. Let's do it. So what is in this blend, you're asking, because it is lovely. Has bergamot, it has coriander, it has marjoram, peppermint, geranium, basil, rose, and jasmine. Very light flavors, very light scent. It's not very potent. It's just like a perfect little balance. So I like that. All right, so let's get right into it, you guys. Let's talk about toxins. I'm going to share my screen with you so we can get to the beautiful presentation as always. Oh, did it work? There we go. There we go. There we go. My computer's old and it's super slow, so bear with me. We'll get started. Well, as you can see, I'm waiting for the thing to play. Super slow. Well, let me just tell you how I got started and switching. It all started in 2008, you guys. I had my son. There we go. My son was born, and I was now more aware of my environment and what he is crawling on, touching, because that's how babies learn their environment, is through touch and smell. So I was very concerned about what I was putting on the surfaces, what I was using on the carpet, what I was using on the floor. And the counters. So I started looking for natural products. I didn't have a bunch of chemicals in it. And I was shockingly surprised when I went to Albertsons. I know I could have gone to, Target or Walmart, but that was a drive for me. And the grocery store was right across the street. So I'd go to the grocery store for convenience. And the only thing I could find was these, like, just a top shelf, Clorox that had like a green version of their wipes. And I thought, okay. So I used those until, oh my gosh, till I moved out here. And then I had Erica. And at some point, my son was not a very good aim in the bathroom when he was about 6 or 7. And so what I would do is I'd have him clean the toilet. So I would spray the foamy stuff that, I've been using since I've been cleaning bathrooms. I, started doing my doing chores at home, 8, 9, 10. And one of that was cleaning the bathroom, and we used the foamy stuff. Well, I would spray it, and I noticed we would cough because, the fumes would get in our lungs, and that was our body naturally defending, getting rid of those toxins, was coughing it out. And I thought, okay, Ian, you stay outside of the bathroom. I'm going to spray, hold my nose. And then when I think it's safe, I'll let you in and he'll clean the bathroom. And we did that for weeks. Every week we did that. And then Doterra came into my life, and, I didn't do the business right away. I was really just learning the oils, figuring out how to use all 10 of them, because I wanted to use them, not every day, but I wanted to use them because I bought them. I wasn't about to let them sit on the shelf because I didn't want to waste my money like that. So I went to oil camp. I went to even further education things that Doterra puts on, and I found out that Doterra, their On Guard blends, can be used as a household cleaner, and I was like floored. So I had a 24-ounce bottle of, it had still white distilled vinegar left in it, like a little bit left. Filled that with water, did 30 drops of the On Guard essential oil blends. I gave that to my son and said, here, you're gonna clean your bathroom with it, clean the toilet. Not only did he clean the toilet, he cleaned the whole bathroom for the very first time. He never done that before. And the bathroom smelled amazing. I wasn't coughing. I didn't feel like my lungs were caving in. You know, I just didn't feel like I was breathing in poison for the first time. And the bathroom looked amazing. So I'm like, that's it, forget it. Saving me time and money, which I want you guys to do too, and using natural products. How awesome is that? And I think this is a huge piece of the puzzle of closing the lifespan and the health span gap, because our lifespan has like super increased. I think post COVID, we were, you know, I think the average was late 80s, mid to late 80s. But statistically, we're not healthy those last 8 years on average. And we should let's shorten that. Let's make it like at least a year or two where we're just like really poopy before we go, or not. Okay. So anyway, I think this is a perfect piece of the puzzle that will help, you know, take that 8 years and cut it down to hopefully less than that. Okay. That's the goal anyway. All right. So what is a toxin and what does toxic load mean? Good question. Can't wait to answer this. All right. A toxin is any substance that places undue stress on the body. You will find, God, they're everywhere. They're outside, so you have no control over that. They are inside your home, anything that you use as a household cleaner, your laundry, and in our makeup, in our shampoo, there are toxins in there as well. And we don't even know it. We don't even know it. We just think, you know, we're hoping, you know, we're relying on big corporations to not put junk in our stuff, but they do. Toxic load is a sum of toxic substances accumulated within your body and the burden they place on organs at any time. So our liver is actually the organ that is detoxing our bodies naturally. They have cells that, you know, that do its magic, and we can naturally detox our own body. However, when we're bombarding it with, you know, stuff we put on our skin, the clothes that we wear because we've washed in toxic chemicals, you know, you're wearing that 24/7. Even your sheets, your towels, your skin is constantly in contact with something that you have in your household, whether you're pouring it on or not. It's on your clothes and sheets and all that. So your body is still getting exposed to that. So yeah, the burden of your body's toxic load matters, because over time you're just going to feel sluggish, you're going to feel fatigued, you're going to hit that 2 p.m. wall, and you're going to wonder why, you know, you can't do your 8-hour job and coach a football team, or, you know, do after school activities with your kid, or do even something, you know, fun for you, like, you know, something that you're passionate about that has nothing to do with work, whether it's fundraising or, you know, a second hobby that you have. It's going to wear you down, and you're not going to want to do any of those things. You're going to want to, you know, sleep. Fun fact, women use an average of 12 personal care products that contain more than 160 chemicals. So yeah, if you would just go into your medicine cabinet, your beauty supply, you could go to ewg.org. I'm going to put a link in the comments so you can click on that and see what they're all about. Their environmental watch group, I think, no, something else. I always get the W wrong. Working group. It's an environmental working group. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I say watch. I think they might have been called that once. I don't know. But my brain keeps going there. Their environmental working group, and what I love about their website, they talk about you know, all the chemicals, especially the latest and greatest forever chemical that's out there that we're already exposed to and probably have some in our system, is the PFAs and the PFOAs, or whatever they're called, the PFOCs, something like that, which were the chemical used in our frying pans, so the nonstick stuff. I honestly was using that stuff, and it would come out, you know, because we would use someone would use a metal device to scrape the food, to push the food around, and it would start to flake off. And I thought, you know, that cannot be good. So slowly but surely, you know, I'd get rid of that stuff. And I'd already bought, I want to say back around 2013, 2014, a really nice set of Costco Kirkland signature stainless stand pots and pans. And I've never used the other stuff. I had them around in case, you know, an emergency, I needed extra pans. But last year when I found about those forever chemicals, I got rid of them. They're in the garage right now because I don't want to give them I don't want to donate them. I don't want to throw them away because they're already in the soil, but I don't want to contribute to more pollutants. So they're just in there until we can figure out a plan on what to do with all those pots and pans, because nobody thought of that. Men on average use 6 personal care products that have more than 85 chemicals. So yeah. Oh, and just a quick tip, guys, if you're like, well, stainless steel, you have a hard time cooking with those. At least that's been your experience because the food sticks. I have a tip for you. It's worked for me every single time. Olive oil. You want to put a little, like at least a tablespoon or 2, depending on the size of the pan and the pot. You put the temperature set to whatever you need it set to, whether that's medium low or medium high, and you wait 2 to 3 minutes with that oil in the pan. And when you start to see it kind of shimmer, or you don't want it smoking because then it's too hot, you just want to kind of like, it has like this little like transparency look to it. That's when it's ready. You throw in your food and it's not going to stick, I promise. Okay, it's going to take practice. Have patience with yourself. But yeah, that's my little tip for you. Okay, so according to the environmental, I was about to say working group, you can go and grab any product that you have in your home. It could be in your kitchen, your laundry, your bathroom, the stuff you put on your face, your moisturizer, shampoo, conditioner, makeup. Go ahead, grab that stuff, and you go to ewg.org, and they have a rating system. You plug in that long ass chemical word that's in there, and they'll tell you where they rate it, whether it's, I think the highest the number is the worst and the lowest the number is fine. So I don't know, it's really fun. I'm going to try it one of these days. I haven't done it yet. Well, I take that back. I've done it with Doterra products because I was curious. And the only one I found was the deep blue. So take a look, you guys, have fun with that. All right. So when you're functioning properly, your body is an efficient toxic. It can minimize those toxic loads. Like you can, you won't feel as fatigued or, you know, brain fog or any of those things, because these toxins are known to be endocrine disruptors. So that F's with our hormones. And when our hormones get jacked up, that's when we see weight gain that's unexplained because we haven't changed our diet. We're eating the same things. Like, how could it? That's one. And, you know, of course, the older we get, the less NAD we're producing. So that's another factor. What else? Our cells are not rejuvenating as much as they used to, and that's just signs of aging. That's what our cells do. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that, but anyway, our bodies can be a great machine. Oh, hormones. Yeah. So you're going to have symptoms like anxiety, hot flashes, mood swings, that sort of thing from these toxins. So when you start reducing them from your home, you're going to start feeling a difference. I know I can attest to it because I'm going to share some stories a little bit later with you. Okay, so your body becomes less efficient at managing toxins as the toxic load increases. So if you don't do anything, more toxins, and your body can only shovel out so much, and then the rest stays, and then you're adding more, and then you just, you know, you're just not yourself. You're not feeling well. Start seeing some things happening that weren't there before. But good news, you can control what you bring into your home. So let's dive into that, you guys. It's all about ditching and switching. We're not doing anything new. I'm not having you add anything new to your life that you've never done before. You do your laundry like you always do. You're just ditching the chemicals and switching to plants. Okay. So let's protect your home and family with natural products. I know this says we can replace with personal care products, but we're going to talk about kitchen. We're going to focus on the kitchen, bath, and the laundry. So the Doterra difference. What is different from Doterra from all the other brands out there? Well, one, they source their plants globally. So all their oils come from a different continent, different country, because they have found that when they find the plant where it originates from, the soil hasn't been contaminated, hasn't been touched by those forever chemicals, and you're getting an optimum oil. Because they test them 54 times, and 11 of those are done by third-party labs. One of them is the I think they're called aromaticplants.org. I'm going to share that link with you as well in the comments, so you can take a look at their information. They talk about essential oils. In fact, they have an essential oils 101. So if you really want to dive deep, like I have, about how essential oils work on a cellular level, that is the place to get that information from. Because I'm not making this up. I got it from the experts, you guys. I don't talk about something that I haven't gotten from the experts, okay? They're safe, they're effective, and they're potent because they work exclusively with the farmers. I think 98% of the farmers work exclusively with Doterra. So if you hear a brand that says, oh, just like Doterra, well, maybe lavender, because a lot of people buy lavender. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, no. So yeah, the reason they have 11 third-party labs test these, so we want to make sure that the Doterra reports match their reports, that the essential oil does have the chemical compounds that work on a cellular level. And keep in mind, our body's already producing naturally these chemicals. It's just life stress and these toxins are, putting a load on them, and our bodies can only produce so much, and we gotta give it some love back. Okay. Yeah, I talked about third-party internal testing for every batch. So they just take a small sample from a big batch and they test that. And then you can see the reports. Every bottle has a lot code on the bottom and expiration date. So you can go to source2u.com, throw in that lot code, and you're going to get a report where it's sourced, all that fun stuff. Certified pure tested grade is a standard that Doterra has set for testing these oils, because right now there isn't one. The FDA does not regulate this $18 billion industry. I'm sure it's more than that now, because more and more people are turning to plant-based products, because one, is better for the environment, and two, it's better for us, and three, they don't cause the inflammation. Well, some of them do, but for the most part, they don't. They actually do, they do our bodies well. Okay. CoImpact Sourcing, what that is Doterra will pay fair market value to the farmer. My favorite story is vetiver, because that plant does not mature until 18 months for harvest. So Doterra has, worked it out with the farmers that they pay them fair market value to keep it in the ground, because for the most part, they get paid when it's harvested, when it's taken out, distilled, and shipped, and all that fun stuff. Then they get their money. So when you're buying an essential oil from Doterra, you're also helping out this family right here. You can go to source2u.com. There's a ton of stories and CoImpact Sourcing. You go to doterra.com, and at the bottom of the website, there's CoImpact Sourcing information and Healing Hands Foundation. You can learn about all that and learn more about these farmers and how Doterra gives back. Because the first thing Doterra does when they source a plant is ask them, what do you need? I've seen it firsthand. They right off the boat, the second they put that foot on the land and greet a person, they ask them, what do they need? I love it. All right, so fragrance. Let's talk about fragrance, because you're going to find it in everything in your house. Everything. I'm on my husband about this. I'm not going to lie, because he'll bring home some soap and I check the ingredients. And if I see a fragrance, I can smell it before I even open the goddamn packaging. And it stinks. It stinks. I cannot, my stomach hurts. I can't stand it. I'll put that stuff in the garage because I cannot have that in my house. So I usually ask him to find like the sensitive skin stuff because that's what usually doesn't have fragrance in it. So yeah, your household cleaning stuff is going to have fragrance in it. You're probably thinking, well, it's lemon, it's lavender, it comes from a plant. We're going to talk about that. Even in your beauty products, you're going to find the word fragrance in your shampoo and your conditioner. I find those things too. Okay. And you know, it's funny now that we're not wearing masks. Most of us aren't. You guys stink. You think you smell good, but you do not. You smell awful. Ugh. Especially the fucking fabric softener. We're going to get into that in a minute. All right. Here are the 2 sources where you can get fragrances from, you guys. I don't know about you, but I think a ton of it that you're going to find in your household is from petroleum or coal tar base. What that means is a chemist, and this is why they go to school to become chemists, is they can take a chemical compound from petroleum, or it could be coal tar, because they have chemical compounds and it's synthetic, and they can mimic that chemical compound to smell like lavender, to smell like vanilla. I mean, like, think about it. How do you capture crisp linen? You cannot, you know, get in, you know, I don't know. How do you, there's not a plant called crisp linen, but there's a fragrance, right? So yeah, of course, the plant-based is more expensive version because you need more of it. You need more plants, and of course, we're doing a great job with our environment right now. So yeah, we're just not producing as much. So if we had more plants, we'd have less toxins, you guys. All right, so that, keep that in mind when you're looking at your labels on the back of your products. It's so easy to ditch and switch. Again, I'm not asking you to do one more new thing. You're just replacing what you're already doing, but with plants, okay? You love your candles and plugins. Stop. Yep. Essential oils and diffusers is the better option. You're not gonna get headaches. You're not gonna get whatever ailment comes along with these candles and these plugins. Awful stuff. Dryer sheets, the worst. Oh my God, can we talk about not just dryer sheets, but fabric softener? Okay, so I'm going to post in the comments a video from TikTok. It is a, I think he's a plumber. I can't remember exactly his profession, but he is cleaning out washing machines that have used a lot of fabric softener. Now, maybe you're like, well, I don't use a lot of fabric softener. After you see this, you're not going to want to use fabric softener ever. Every time I've had friends and family that use it around me, I'm like, I ask them, do not use that shit around me. Turn it off. Don't use it. Do not even like a not even like a half a sheet. I do no. Because every time I'm around that, and it happens every time I'm around that stuff, I'm not going crazy. I get really bad mood swings, hot flashes, and night sweats, and I don't want those things in my life. So let's ditch it. And it's bad for the environment. So yeah, I'm going to show that. I'm going to put that video in the comments so you guys can watch it and listen to him, because he knows what he's talking about. He's trying to tell you some factual information about that product and how you do not need it. And he has tips for that too. So listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about. All right, perfumes. I mean, you know, for real, just stop. Any perfume, deodorant, perfume blends from Doterra. There's a whole line of them, okay? And they're all in the touch form, super easy, behind the ear, on the wrist. That's how I do it. All right, and here are some other fun ways to get you started. You can screenshot this. You can pause this video, jot down which one you want to do. Do you want a linen mist? Do you want a steam inhalation? Tips for the bath, an air freshener? Yeah, you can throw that in your car. Are you kidding me? Stop with the new car smell, because you know it doesn't smell like that. Get yourself some essential oils. Foot massage. You can also breathe from your hands. We did that in the very beginning, you guys. We did. That's one way to adjust your mood too. So here's some suggested oils. Some of these are probably in your kit if you've got the top 10 oils that everybody turns to when they become members. Yeah, just play around with them, have fun with your oils. Open them all up and use them, okay? Let's do it. All right. Let's talk about Doterra On Guard Home. Yeah, so if you don't want to make like you're having one of those lazy moments. I mean, I have a lazy moment. I don't want to make my own, even though I have, but I don't want to every single time, right? Sometimes we're kind of in a rush, life is happening. On Guard line. Okay, so the laundry detergent, wow, let me tell you, you do not need to use a whole capful. Your laundry will stink if you use a whole capful. I'm telling you, you just need a tablespoon of this stuff on a sack of 45s. I'm serious, I swear. A little bit goes a long way, and that's how it should be. We shouldn't be using like 2 cups of detergent. You know, most of those detergents out there on the market are mostly water. They're in these big plastic containers that don't get recycled for the most part. And it's mostly water. It's so stupid. This is not the On Guard laundry detergent. It's a concentrate. The foaming hand wash is, you know, that it goes a long way too. You don't have to fill up the whole bottle, the whole pump. You just fill up, you know, about a quarter, not even a half of a bottle, and the rest with filtered water or distilled water, and you're good to go. I love the On Guard cleaner concentrate because you can clean your bathroom with it. You can clean your dishes with it when you have to hand wash pots and pans or delicate china, silverware, that kind of thing. Perfect for that. I use it to wash my car. I put a couple of teaspoons in the water. Talk about smells good, and I'm not getting any chemicals on me. I'm lowering my toxic load, you guys. Okay, so that's one option. So if you like cinnamon, orange, fall, pumpkin spice scents, this is the line for you. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. You're going to be like, oh, everything smells delicious. Okay. The sanitizing hand wipes, these are 25% off, you guys. Oh, and I should say, like, the On Guard hand foaming wash is also 25% off. I don't know if the concentrate is, I can't remember the top of my head, but some of these items are 25% off until supply, you know, limited time offer while supplies last, that sort of thing. So you have until Sunday is when it ends, but if they sell out before Sunday, get on it today. Okay, you guys, I want you to get deeper discounts on your products. That's why you paid you got your free membership. Use it and get some deeper discounts on these things that you're going to use all the time. I love the sanitizing hand wipes on the go. Keep them in the car. So easy. Wipe down carts if you want to. They're not meant for that, but you can. I mean, that's what I've done. Door handles, bathroom. You know what I'm talking about. 25% off. Get your hands on these. Okay. Another option is the Abode Home. I find this line is super sleek and sexy. This has more of a wood citrusy smell. I think it's masculine, I think, but still, I love the way it smells. I have the dish soap, love the dish soap. It works really well on my pots and pans, doesn't leave any greasy residue, any of that. Squeaky clean, you guys. The hand wash is the Citrus Bliss, I believe. That smells really nice. The hand lotion, my husband uses that like crazy. And the surface spray, I love the surface spray. The problem, and this is just me personally, I'm just struggling with the triggers. No matter who I buy from, it could be Doterra, it could be third party, Amazon, it doesn't matter who I buy from, the triggers always break on me. So I've kind of stopped using the surface spray for a while until I can find a decent trigger spray. Laundry pods, huge fan. I love the way my clothes smell. And the tub of the laundry smells nice too. Dishwasher pods. Oh, and as far as fabric softener, I did find at any retail store, I forget the name of the company, but it has like a 9 on it, and it's got lemon and vinegar. And I've used that, and that worked. I like that. That was a good product. I wish Doterra had something like that. But anyway, love the laundry pods. Dishwasher pods. Now that I got a new dishwasher, I'll probably go back to those and try those again. Huge fan of the dryer balls. I'm gonna admit, I go a little overboard. I do 5 to 6 drops of Abode essential oil on the dryer balls, and everything smells amazing when I take it out. Even when I walk outside, when the dryer is going and you get that smell from the dryer, it smells so good. It's like walking into a forest. So there's 3 ways to buy, you guys. If you are not a member and you're watching, you're still with me. Retail is paying full price and you don't, I mean, you have an account, but you don't have a membership. Wholesale, you get a membership where you get 25% off all the products all year long, anytime you shop. Okay. And you don't have to shop every month. You don't have to have a certain amount you have to spend every month. It's just you replacing what you're using and maybe trying a couple of things here and there. You know, you're starting your ditch and switch journey. Okay. Start off small, pick a room and go there. Below wholesale is even like deeper discounts. You're getting a lot of oils at even cheaper price. I think it's the smartest way because you're getting a free membership for the whole year. So you don't pay that $35 membership fee. And the oils are actually cheaper than you would pay for if you paid the $35 membership fee and bought the oils over time. You would actually be spending more money, especially on shipping and certain states you have taxes, right? All right. I love this. Doterra is giving you an option to make your own kit. So now until September 30th, if you're not a member, you can customize your own kit. You can build your own kit. You can throw in a diffuser, whatever oils, other products. If the order meets 150 PV, you get a free shipping and a free membership. Okay, so you don't have to pay that $35. You're just paying for your products below wholesale. Okay, here's another option. If you don't know what to pick, you're like, well, what does Doterra suggest? Really great option right here. The Aroma Essentials collection, the perfect starter kit. You know, you just want to try these out. You want to start slowly ditching and switching. You know, you probably already have products you want to use. Like me, I have products I want to use up before I use the new stuff, the best stuff. So yeah, go ahead, use up all your junky poo stuff. And then when that's gone, then you replace with these beautiful products. So peppermint is great for, you know, clearing mind, focus in the morning. Mix that with wild orange. Everybody's going to be alert. And it's just, it boosts your energy. Balance is going to keep you, you know, centered, tranquil, great for meditation practices. Breathe, again, if you're meditating, mixed with, you could actually inhale that before you meditate. Citrus bloom is a sweet, uplifting. I find it's like a springtime blend. Adaptive is very calming. It's got wild orange and lavender, so you're focused but calm. So you really get shit done. Cheer is bright, sunny, uplifting. That's my favorite one if you're like really feeling the blues or the reds. Northern Escape, if you're, you know, wanting to do a forest bathing, that's really huge right now. Just get yourself immersed in the forest. This is one way to do it so you don't save yourself on some gas and time, right? You just plug that in your diffuser. On Guard, it's warm, spicy. It's going to refresh your home, cleanses the air. So if you've got company over, don't have to worry about those nastiness floating around. What happens, it doesn't kill the germs. The germs just can't survive. It cannot thrive in the environment because these oils are powerful. Serenity's calm, soothing, gentle, perfect for right before bed. Adaptive is great before bed too, because it calms the mind. So if you have that chattery mind before bed, because you're like, I gotta do this tomorrow, this, and I didn't get that, and this happened, and this bitch was mean to me. Put some adaptive on, and your brain is going to shut up. Throw on some serenity, and it's going to cue your body that you are ready to go to bed. You're going to sleep like a baby, I promise. And if you don't, then you need something stronger. Okay, Home Essentials kit. These are just bigger bottles. You get the Lalu's diffuser, so beautiful. It's very quiet. I highly recommend this in the bedroom if you're gonna get a diffuser for the bedroom. Super quiet. Other ones tend to wake me up in the middle of the night, and that's no bueno. You're gonna get the top oils, and you're gonna get me education on how to use all these oils, like tea tree, oregano, On Guard. Those are all cleaning products. Lemon, that's another cleaning product. Peppermint is going to keep you cool if you get any hot flashes. Let's help with that. breathe, it's respiratory support. Lavender keeps you calm. Deep blue is good if you work out, exercise. Hopefully you are, because you need to incorporate that in your lifestyle to bridge that lifespan and health span gap. Digestion for tummy issues, trying new foods for the first time, or you're traveling. Frankincense is the king of oils. If it's good enough for baby Jesus, it's good enough for you. It's the everything oil. If you don't know which oil to grab your frankincense for everything. I'm not kidding. Grab your frankincense if you don't know. Even when you text me, what do I use? I'm going to say Frank every single time. Natural Solutions Kit. This is perfect for the person that's like, okay, I looked at everything in my cabinet in my bathroom and I'm like, oh hell to the no. I need to get this shit out of my house. This is the perfect kit for you. One, it has the Life on Vitality pack, which is going to set the foundation in your gut, and you're going to find these products work even better and faster. If you don't have your foundations set up, you're not going to see the results as fast as you want to. It takes 30 days to form a habit. It's going to take 90 days to see results. Okay. And this kit is going to set you up for that, so you can reach that 90-day goal. Okay. Terrazyme and PBSs. Terrazymes are enzymes that break down the nutrients for happy brain. PBSs plus is a probiotic, and probiotics are known to produce serotonin in our gut, and 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. Get your probiotics. Okay. I can't stress that enough. You're just going to be in a better mood, people. I'm telling you, just take them and you'll see. And if you're taking probiotics and you don't notice a difference in your mood, then they're not working. That probiotic did not reach the lower gut where it needs to be, and this product will go, because it's a dual capsule, and that's how it works. I use it all the time. I can't live without it. Deep Blue plus CoImpact, game changer for me as well. I'm a cafeteria lady part-time at my son's school, so I'm lifting 50 pounds of stuff for 2.5 hours. And it really, I could feel it in, shoulder and neck all the time, because I'm, lifting. So I put a little Deep Blue with the stick right on the affected area before work, and sometimes after work. Sometimes I don't need to do it after work, and I'm not as sore as I used to be when I wasn't using that product. The Correct X is like Neosporin, so you can ditch and switch that. Breathe stick is like Vapor Rub. Again, ditch and switch. You're not doing anything new. You're just switching the products that you've already used before in your lifetime. The fractionated coconut oil, what that does is it holds the oil to the skin. You can use these oils neat. They'll flake off. You become a walking diffuser, and people are going to compliment how good you smell. And then invite them. It's like, you want to try? Toothpaste. Huge fan of the toothpaste. No cavities for the kids because they use this toothpaste, and when they don't use this toothpaste, we get cavities every single effing time. Gingivitis is not a problem for me anymore. I had that for 5 years after I gave birth to my daughter, because I was diagnosed with preeclampsia and she inflamed my entire body. So I was dealing with that and bloating, night sweats, I don't know, a whole bunch of mess. It was a whole bunch of mess. And on guard, I mean, totally. My dentist, my new dentist, I hadn't seen one in 2 years because of getting laid off in COVID. When I finally did see one, they were impressed. They couldn't believe there was no inflammation after not seeing a dentist for 2 years, because typically most people are, inflamed as city because the toothpaste sucks at retail. On guard, so we got a little on guard, got the oil and the soft gels. That's for convenience if you want to incorporate that in your supplement regimen with the LLV, the PBSs, and the Terrazyme. And the argon sanitizing hand spray on the go. Spray your hands wherever you are. Yeah, it's just convenient. And you get a little box so you can store it all. And honestly, you guys, this kit used to be over $500. It's now $450. There's 26 products, and it comes under 18 bucks a pop per product. And you're not going to get frankincense for $18 ever. I mean, the LLV, any supplement, where are you going to get supplements for $17, $18? I don't see it. Huge discount savings. So yeah, you can pay your $35 membership fee, throw in a couple of oils, but over time, eventually you're going to buy all this stuff because you're going to see how amazing it is. And if you bought this in the very beginning, you save $239 because that's what you're going to spend later. I'm telling you. So what can you expect from me, from us, from people that are wellness advocates? Because you're going to run into a whole bunch of us at some point. This is what you're going to get from me, because I'm telling you, retail, Hobby Lobby, the gas station, Dave & Buster's, they're not going to call you and say, hey, I saw that you purchased essential oil from us. How's it going? Is it working? What's not working? They're not going to do that. They're not going to give you a wellness consult. They're not going to make sure you're sticking with your goals and that you have goals set up. That's what I do. That's what I provide to you for free. I should charge you, but I don't. I offer that for free. Because you bought oils. I want you to use the oils. You just bought them. We'll go over a wellness consult. We'll go over the pyramid to see where you are, what you're focusing on, and we'll focus on those products only. The Advanced Oil Magic book you will receive from me for free. It's a $40 value, has protocols in there. This is what's going to be the book to help you set up your LRP. What are you going to put in your cart every month to help you reach those 30, 60, 90-day goals that we set up, okay? And then Oil Camp, I'll plug you into that. It's 10 days. You log in any time of the day, whenever you've got 15 minutes for yourself. You jump on, learn a little bit about these short, less than 2-minute videos about the oils, participate, and you can win a prize. And then follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm constantly sharing tips and how to use these oils, the benefits of these oils, and all that fun stuff. So follow. And I'm on LinkedIn too as well, but I'm not Simple Abundant Life with Nick there. Okay, there's 3 types of people that become Doterra members. Those who want to live a natural wellness lifestyle, they're going to use the products and see the benefits and just buy them every month. And those are my favorite people. Those who want to share and get their products paid for. Yeah, if you are naturally thinking of someone or naturally already shared your oils with someone, please get with me, because I want to set you up so that you can serve the people that you love, because they're gravitating towards you, okay? There's something there, there's a relationship there, and we need to make it happy. Okay. I can't think of the word. Those who want to build and earn an income, make an impact, please let me know if you want to, either replace your income, you want to make an extra $2,000 a month with Doterra, you want the idea of residual income. Most women are doing some form of multi-level marketing business. This is not something new. It's been around for decades. My grandmother was an Avon lady. She did that for several years. And I've done the corporate world. I did that for 20 years in television and sales. And that was great building someone else's dream, but now I'm ready to build my own dream. And I'm working on building an international Doterra business so that I earn a $80,000 residual income that I can, let my kids inherit. My kids will inherit that so that they never have to worry about time and money like I have and my parents and families before me. I just don't want them. I want them to just do whatever the F they want, whatever makes them happy. And as well as make their community better as well. I hope those 2 things happen. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this business. I want my community to feel better, because when you feel better, you do better. You make a positive impact. You have more people look up to you, that kind of stuff. That's what I want. Okay, so yeah, that's the lady cutting some stuff with her kid. Okay. I think this text thing still works. You can try it out. If not, you can always go to doterra.com, and they have tons of information on how you can say goodbye to toxins and hello to nature. So thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions, please reach out to the person that introduced Doterra to you, that gave you a sample, that loved on you, because they have a passion. I don't know what their story is. Go find that out. Yeah, let them love on you guys. Okay, that's it. I'll see you Wednesday, you guys, 6 p.m. We're going to talk about kids and oils because it's back to school. So far, it's looking really good in the Mock household. I have been diffusing peppermint and wild orange mostly every morning, if I can remember to set it up the night before. So we're going to go over those tips as well Wednesday, 6 p.m. right here on this channel. Please, if you like what you see, subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Okay, love you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. See you on Wednesday. Let me get out of this share. Yeah. And I'll see you later. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Bye. Take care. Thank you for stopping by.